Marshmallows. Yeah, you guys came up behind me pre-stream, and I just started laughing because I realized exactly what you were doing with Joel's diamond shovel texture.
Nice shield, by the way. This is my first time seeing it.
Yes.
I,
Well, and the
apparently
well the
it's an
bat.
axe.
This one is, yes. This one's a shield. And now I'm a transformer. Uh, yeah, the tent is absolutely still around for newcomers. The Anagram. Was that your build? I didn't see. I didn't have a good record in the chat as to who built all the little bits and things. But yeah, this has been here at least since I started, and there's been no good reason to tear it down. Hey, Black Sheep, welcome on in.
Uh,
Marshmallows.
This has definitely been around since I've been here, but I've been here less time than you, so sorry. I thought you were further away.
And we literally had the Wandering Trader stop by as we were getting ready, and of course it had my head for sale. So
Yes, we didn't plan this. This was just luck.
pure luck of
No,
the
no
draw.
small drip leaf though, so just this was enacted.
But the Wandering Trader is never going to live that down for withholding small drip leaf from the Citadel for an entire iteration of the game.
Well, it withheld it from Infinity Cove for quite a while.
Yeah, we did eventually get some though.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was you, and it was only because I was exploring your base that I even found it.
Oh, well, the people who were online I offered to share with. I thought I put it in the chat too. Anyway,
No.
the point is we can find it readily now. So.
Yeah, we can find it now. So...
Yeah, I know that. I know there was some of this stuff. So this is the server spawn. It is not at, as you can tell by my coordinates up in the corner, it is not at 0, 0. This seed and the spawn location was picked out by Joel and some of the early server members due to its proximity to a number of different biomes in the area that was designated as Infinity Cove. But when you come in, there's a box of goodies available for new players to take. So if you don't want to start from scratch, you can at least get some armor, basic gear, and some food to help you get to town. This is also where all the drops come out from the end, so there's hoppers in the chest there, so if anything drops through, ideally it shows up here. Your mileage may vary. And
Yeah,
the
after
sun is
our
going
Ender
down,
Dragon
so...
Chaos, I don't think McScrugan's stick made it through.
Yeah, or, there's some people were saying that there's a bit of a glitch. It may be at 0, 0.
Considering how far away 0, 0 is, I think we're perfectly safe in that regard.
Yeah. Oh, fine. As long as somebody sleeps.
Well, it was either that or break the bed, but I didn't know how the trapdoors would react.
So, yeah, and then when the original Nether Hub was put together, the portal used to be on the top of that hill over there. But once the Nether reset in 1.16, we got it moved over into this cave here. So it's a little bit closer, a little bit safer, a little bit more out of the way.
I've definitely seen a creeper in there, so I would question the term safer.
Well, it probably wandered in from out here because the light levels in there are perfectly fine. Or it's just your luck with creepers, one of the two.
It's probably the latter. I have no luck with creepers. Unless
Gotcha.
the luck is getting blown up by them.
Well, the path this direction goes out to another player's base, so we are not going to go that way today. But we'll head this way towards Infinity Cove proper.
Oop.
Yeah, Hunter, don't hug the creepers.
They're hugging me!
It just looks so weird, people having the invisible elytra. And flying around. So this is one of Anagram's famous sculptures around the server. This is actually one of her later ones, but this is a giant Zoglin. And in order to render it faithfully, she recruited Black Sheep and I to retrieve hoglins from the Nether, bring them across over here. And there used to be 2 of them in this pen. I do not know what happened to them. But I have wandered around some, and they don't appear to be anywhere around, so I think they just despawned or glitched out or something. But anyway. I did look back and see the path to spawn, the formal path to spawn was actually laid in by Wizzy Digster, who was one of our early server members. But the tunnel here through the mountain was made by one of the original server members and still current server member, Angel Souls. Yeah, they disappeared a while ago, Black Sheep. It was, I came out here one time and I was like, ugh. But we do, on one of our Sunday sillinesses, people still need to kill Zoglin, so it's probably a good opportunity to grab a couple from the Nether and bring them out over here.
That's going to be a lot of Zoglin wrangling.
It's actually not as hard as you think, because
Oh no, I've done it successfully over
yeah,
a bridge with no guardrails over lava.
yeah,
So I know it's possible.
yep,
It can be difficult primarily because they're scared of nether portals.
yes, that's true. Oh, and I did, and also in my dig back through the Discord, I did discover that this month is the 3-year anniversary of Infinity Cove. The server kicked
Oh,
off in
awesome.
August of 2019, so that was not intentional, but definitely a happy coincidence.
Do we know the exact date or just the year?
I'm pretty sure it was like August 1st or shortly after. I didn't pay that close of attention to the date, the specific date.
August 7th.
But let me see. Let me check my notes. Because I did a lot of digging in the Discord here. The bridge here was built by, and I want to make sure I give credit to all these because it really is a testament to, oh, Wizzy Digster built the bridge too. It really is a testament to all the great people and builders that have been on this server. These kind of things don't happen by themselves. This is another anagram creation, the Great Otuin. The anagram built out here. It is really well detailed and everything. I mean, a lot of really cool details and bits on it. But then later server members, Starwolf and Huntress Kaylee, came in and turned the inside into a turtle sanctuary. Which is not to be confused with the turtle breeder that's elsewhere on the server. This is, I mean, not that you can't breed turtles in here, but this is definitely more of an aesthetic build. But if you need
So
your
when are
hands
we
on
putting 4 elephants on this turtle pack?
That's an excellent question that I am not going to answer. But yeah, so there's some really cool detail and aesthetic bits were placed inside here that makes it really nice to come inside and visit, in addition to looking very lovely on the outside.
I've never seen kelp actually used as a building block. I've only ever used it for fuel.
Oh, the kelp blocks?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're really cool if it fits your palette.
I'm making a mental note of that. I suspect that could be quite useful for me.
Elephants were in the plan originally, Anagram. Okay. Well, you got to come back and finish it then. Hey, Dan Grice, welcome in. Yeah, the Huntress Kaylee and Starwolf threw up the map so you can see everything from the top down, and then we've got the build credits here, so that always helps. But we'll continue on in towards the cove. Of course, you know Cosmic Dancer had a hand in picking out where we started because we are in the middle of a fairly large flower forest.
And I have to wonder how many of these flowers are naturally spawned, and how much was Cosmic being handed a load of bone meal.
I'm pretty sure it's all natural, but I guarantee there's been some repairs done too. One of our other newer server members that wasn't around for super long, Soren, I believe, worked with this little peninsula and made this little observation platform, vantage point. Out here, which is really nice. It gives you a view of the little bit different angle view on the turtle, and now also gives you
That's a very good view on the
on the newer harbor. So
this is going to require some armor stand work right here. to make one of those telescopes that you put like a coin in and you get 2 minutes of viewing time or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And you can actually do it now that we have spyglasses. But we'll get over to the harbor later.
That's at the end of the tour.
I'll say that's towards the end of the tour because that's one of
I assume we're
the
going
most
in
recent
like
builds.
timeline order.
Kind of. It doesn't quite work out because otherwise we do a lot of crisscrossing, but we'll kind of make our way around. So, but the path was worked into the terrain very nicely and acknowledges the terrain as it was generated in Minecraft. Oh, right, Storm Dance, and welcome in. So now we get into Infinity Cove Town proper. Some of the earliest builds are in this neck of the woods. So we'll start over here with the post office. This has gone through 3 iterations as best I could tell. There was an original one that was a lot smaller than this. It was redone by, as it was originally built by Cosmic, and then was redone by Daisy, who's another original server member. And then as the server grew and we started to run out of room in this front space, we added an annex to make room for more members. So there's lots of room for people, but these are where everybody's mailboxes are. Stuff can be left for them as needed. I'll say, CJ, I know you're watching. This is where your gear is from yesterday. But yeah,
Oh,
so
cool, and you have mail.
we can leave stuff for each other. Yeah, I've left some in there. These were for, yeah, I know. I'm still trying to remember. I saw that in there, and I have no idea what the IOU is for.
Honestly, neither do I, but I put it in there, so it's clearly for something.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Alistair left notes for everybody back when he and Joel did a server tour way back, so.
Oh, that was before me.
Yes.
I think that's before I even started listening to the Spawn Chunk, so that was a while ago.
Oh, wow, yeah. Joel's done a couple of server tours, but it's been a year and a half, 2 years since the last time he was on that I'm aware of. But anyway, that's our central post office, at least for this side of the server. But then over here are a couple other cosmic builds that have survived the test of time. This is a very simple 2 tall flower farm. You just stick one of the 2 tall flowers in front of the dispenser, flip the switch on, and it spams it with bone meal so that you can get all the 2 tall flowers. Okay, I was right. There has been 2. I found a record of one not too long after the server started for a patron appreciation day, and then I think he did another one for the 1-year anniversary. And then this is just a bone meal generator. Thanks for the lurk, Ab. Yeah, flower power. And this is where you can put all your organic goods in and get bone meal out to help run the flower farm over there.
Oh, that blends in so much better now that we've got the new chest texture.
Oh. Portable bed. I totally forgot to do that. Thank you, Mythical. And then over here we have Cosmic's Flower Valley. She has recently rejoined the server. And wow, all the flowers.
Oh, this is the first time I've been here since.
So she has upgraded her original house, which I realized was needed, but it's kind of a shame because the original one was kind of, again, a piece of the legacy. Thank you, Hunter. I know she wouldn't have done it if she was here anyway, but appreciate that. But yeah, but she came back, tore down her old house, which she did from her first stream on Infinity Cove last week, and then has built this slightly more modern house. So it's still very much in the original style. It's still kind of got the day 1 materials, but it's I know she's much more pleased with the design. Is there... What did you find?
I found an upside down cow.
Oh, this is from all the
She
shenanigans on her last
built
stream.
the house to avoid.
The upside down cow.
She didn't take it out, she just built the house next to it.
is there an image in the tulips? I don't
Uh,
think so. I think they're just
I
it looks weird because this has to do with how flowers work in Minecraft. There is. Um,
I can't.
I'll say it's not visible on the map.
No, but the tulips aren't showing up on the map. Uh, is that's something P?
I think
I
we're
think.
reading too much into it because of the random placement of the flowers on the block.
Not this
Because
one.
it, oh, not this one. Which, uh, hang on, let me up here maybe. I'm not seeing anywhere
Not
that there's
seeing
an image
anything
in the
with
flowers.
images.
Where are you looking at, Anagram?
There's definitely images in her Citadel base.
Yeah, so
But
obviously this is not Somerville.
no, not yet.
Although I'm reasonably sure that she has plans to bring some of that same art and decoration
Oh,
style to this to Infinity Cove, and we are all looking forward to that. Thanks for the lurk, Storm Dance. But anyway, so these are some of the early areas of the server. Ow. But then as we get in, it's going to kind of timelines are going to get kind of mixed up. So, but all these are community built. Yes, she posted some images on the Discord from the creative server that she's planning to do, and yeah, that's very much flower and coral art. Let's see. Let's start. Well, as long as we're here, let's go over here because it's behind everything else, so we won't get back to it. This was a house built by Metamorphic, I believe, and it's abandoned. So anybody else that comes onto the server is welcome to move in. There's a number of folks who have left the server but have left distinctive builds behind, especially if they're in common areas. We tend to hang on to them, and so anybody that wants a place to hang their hat or move in without a lot of effort is absolutely welcome to take them over.
I would say we can convert it into some kind of starter place for people to just get settled in, but we've already got a build for that. Thank you,
We
Oracle.
do.
That's later
Spoilers.
on in the talk.
Spoilers.
I think there's been spoilers just by our streams and Mythical's videos.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So this over here is a vine farm that I built. Oh, when I started moving out to Deepwater Bay, I needed a lot of
Didn't know
mossy stuff.
existed.
And so, yeah, so this is here, and especially with the updates in either 118 or 119, I need to update all these shears with efficiency because you can finally insta-mine vines if you have efficiency
Oops.
on your shears. Hunter?
Thank you.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so these are all just mending on breaking, but I need to come back and add efficiency to them now that efficiency actually works on vines. But you basically just walk around here and just shear the vines off. And then they all get collected by water streams down into this thing. So there's gobs of vines, which I realize is not as needed anymore now that moss can be used for mossy cobblestone and mossy stone brick. But so anyway, so that's there if anybody needs vines. This is, in case you hadn't noticed by the color and the decoration on the outside, this is a cocoa bean farm. This was built by Black Sheep, and I partnered up to help decorate it. So there are tons of cocoa beans in here. Actually, more than the farm can harvest. But I'll say, Hunter, if you will plant a cocoa bean on this one open space, and then you can hit it with bone meal a couple of times, and I'll stand back here and hopefully be able to show people how it works.
Oh well.
Yeah, so basically
quick.
once that grows up, the observer sees it and it pushes all the jungle logs, which breaks all the cocoa beans, and then there's a mine cart underneath that should be collecting all the cocoa beans.
Oh, I may have swept
or
them
there
all up.
or there could be a hunter. It doesn't actually collect them all in one pass. That's how many cocoa beans this thing generates. And some something has broken, because that should have...
No, the minecart is definitely running.
Well, no, the log should have shifted back. So,
Oh,
um, let me see if I can make that. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Let me see if I can
let
make
me.
it. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, it's hard to get out from back there. But it generates a ton of cocoa beans, so the odds, you run this thing once, and unless you're just making a lot of cookies or need a ton of brown stuff, you should be set for cocoa beans.
I'm back.
I cannot figure out why this thing will not shuffle back. Let me do this and that. Oh. Nope. I will have to come back and figure that out. Ideally what's supposed to happen is that they should be shuffled that way and then shuffled back so that you can go around and replant cocoa beans on it.
There doesn't seem to be anything to detect that it needs to push back.
I wonder if it's missing that leaf block on this end. There's a missing leaf block right here by this observer that probably should be there to register the proximity change. Okay, well, we'll fix that later. But very nice cocoa bean farm.
Should I plant the cocoa beans or should I just dump them in the chest?
Yeah, just dump them in the chest. Because we need the log shuffled back, or there's nothing for that observer to detect to set the whole thing off.
Oh, I brought the bone meal with me.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, Stardust, welcome in. Yeah, they're, I don't know, newer. They've still been around for a while, but if you haven't been back through town recently, this is the tower built by McMorphic as a base. So it's a very nice aesthetic build that sits here in town and blends in with everything nicely. And then over here are just a few... Oh! Is this new, or is this just claimed? I just noticed that Dr. Weir... That's new! Dr. Weir was a server member that was around for a while, left, and has recently come back, and has set up shop here in town. Well, very nice. Yeah, I know it's new, because those are azaleas and the, azaleas and candles, so that's definitely newish. I wandered through here yesterday. I did not even notice this place.
Nice basic starter house with shulker boxes. You don't get many starter houses with shulker boxes these days.
Well, like I said, Dr. Weir was on the server before, so they may have already had some of that. Anyway, where I was going was these three houses. These are, again, purely aesthetic builds. Kendo, one of the server members that was on for a while, just built these to help fill in the... Here we go. Thank you for spending your 1,000 channel points on Rainbow Connection. Let me get that up and running here. So this is the danger of doing this stuff on my stream is that you might get different voices as we go, but the information will still be valid. It just might be a little more silly to hear. So off we go. So these are purely aesthetic builds. Kendo was just helping to fill in some of the open space around the town area. So these are very nice little medieval style houses that anyone who comes on, again, you need a place to start and get settled in before you make your way out. These are great little builds to do. We'll work our way back this way for another one of Kendo's contributions to the server. Thank you for the lurk, Kiranon. What was that?
I'm getting left behind. I didn't see where you guys went.
Sorry. Headed for the town hall. So this is a really nice town hall build.
Outside the town.
Well, and it's a little more modern, so it It's nice. It clashes a little, but not too bad. Also made the kind of unofficial Infinity Cove banner. But the town hall has a guest
Sorry.
book that you can sign when you come to visit, and but then over here in this has not been updated in a little bit, but the Hall of Champions was a place where Kendo collected everybody's heads, so there is kind of a historical record of everyone who's visited the server. And has been a member of the server, so there's some familiar faces, obviously, but there's also some that you may not recognize depending on how long you've been around.
Hey, Mythical. You're a little out of date. I can fix that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the pack does get updated from time to time, and when Alistair from the Citadel does that for us. And that's 2 minutes. Thank you, Sweet Pea, for the rainbow connection.
I like how some of us have banners just to represent our
Well, a lot of it
areas.
just comes down to have you made a banner for yourself.
Yeah.
So if you have, great, and it's put up, and if you haven't, then there's an opportunity there for you.
Didn't even know you could do that.
Alistair with the Star Trek banner.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can
they're
do
all
some-
brilliant, but
You can do some pretty cool stuff with the banners. I love yours with the treehouse. Or the
I
tree.
wish I could claim credit for that.
Oh yeah, I can't claim credit for mine either. You said you saw yours, Jen? Oh
I
yeah,
saw...
over here.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yes, I saw. I heard and saw CJ. I was just taking a minute to finish that train of thought before acknowledging your redeem of spending 1,000 channel points on Toot Toot. So we'll make our way across to the art gallery, and off we go. So over here, there was an art gallery being put together, which not only featured all the standard Minecraft paintings, but I believe somewhere back here also featured some of the custom map art that people have done. We probably need to get Lewas to put one, take a space in here for his,
Totem?
yes, Totem of Undying. All I could think was Respawn Totem, and I knew that wasn't right. But yeah, so this is a place if you do map art, definitely bring them in here to display. But there's been some fun and creative things done. Yeah, that I don't know. And they're kind of random. There's one here. It's interesting.
Is it supposed to represent like the label that tells you what the picture is?
I don't know, because it's not consistent.
No.
Probably just something that got copied onto a map by accident and then got duplicated. But there are some other spaces in here that haven't had anything done with them yet. There's a whole upstairs area that is awaiting. Yes, the periodic table is excellent, and we'll see that more when we get over to the schoolhouse build. So there's spaces up here that still need to be developed into something, and there's a basement as well. But then out back here, there is a legit hedge maze. Make sure you start at the beginning of the day and bring some food with you, because it's legit. It takes a little while to get through. But then at the center, there's or you can cheat.
I've completed it before.
I know, I have to.
And the chicken has apparently just given up.
And that's 2 minutes. Thank you, CJ, for redeeming the. You're not the only one, Jen. Alistair died in here too, mostly because it got to be night and phantoms came and ate his face.
I've just had a brilliant idea.
Uh-oh.
Replace all the blocks underneath the carpet with honey. So you can't even jump to see where you're going.
Jump up to see? Oh, that's rude. Oh my goodness, we're off and running with the sound redemptions today. Thank you, Fulmers, for spending your 1,000 channel points on Smiling Eyes. We'll head back out the front door as I get the timer going for that. All right, we'll head over towards the slime farm and the stable now. We'll actually go through take the paths back to the stable first. But the stables over here, the huge build, was one of the early builds by Cyberkill, who was one of the early server members as well. Um, the early months of the server were incredibly busy, which makes a ton of sense. But there's horses in here. Some are claimed, some are not. But in addition to the individual pens and everything, there's a way out into a kind of an exercise yard out here for them. So there's a few kind of free range-ish.
Oh, skeleton horses.
Yeah, including some skeleton horses. So if you come through the cove and find yourself in need of ground transport, it's really a shame that elytra are so useful. That the early game uses of horses and things like that really get abandoned very quickly.
What would you suggest to change that? Improve horses or unimprove elytra?
Yeah, that's the trick question, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Um,
horses could do with a rework, but
they
the thing is,
absolutely could.
elytra's always going to be the fastest, and with how many people just beeline for elytra these days.
It does make it easier to get around. Not going to worry about going down in here. This just leads down into a collection system for the slime farm. The more interesting part is the slime farm itself, and we'll get around there.
Mythical, it's your cousin.
But this is. Thank you for the alert, CJ. So over here across the bridge, this is Liwas's home in Infinity Cove. And that's 2 minutes on the clock. Thank you, Fulmers, for redeeming your channel points on Smiling Eyes. Yeah, this is Liwas's home in Infinity Cove. It's a wizard tower. We can go dig in and tour around that here a little bit later. But over here we have the Panda Sanctuary. This is a great another anagram build. With all the Japanese style archways and all the bamboo and everything, and of course the giant panda sculpture eating the bamboo. She does encourage everybody that comes by to grab a name tag and name one of the pandas.
I haven't. I need to do that.
Do you have levels?
I do have. I have 5 levels.
Oh, well, there you go. You should only need one,
And
so.
a name tag in my hand if chat wants to put a name forward. Because I can
Ah!
do a name tag for chat as well.
Anybody got a suggestion for a panda name? There's a few in here that are already named, of course. We have Infinity Panda, Pandalistic, and there's another one, Guy Manuel, Escape Panda. They still are. I must have gone through the outside of this thing 4 different times trying to too tall everything so they couldn't escape. But it's mainly the playful ones that tumble. They're the ones that can escape very easily.
Right, so I've got my
Pandemonium.
Oh, well, I've just called it Pandemonium. I thought I'd come up with an original pan.
No, and then there's one named Austin. So there's some more generic ones too. Yeah, there's Pandemonium.
I've got a panda named Taco that lives in my jungle, so I'm gonna call one Taco Junior.
There you go. That should be. Yeah, they are absolutely escape artists. But of course, Anagram created this and built the giant panda sculpture, and then I came through and did all the cherry blossom trees, and a little bit of the landscaping with the water flowing through and everything. So, again,
I've got Poe from Stardust.
oh, there you go.
I will.
Let me see. I don't think we have a Poe. We have a Taco Junior, or is that the one you just did? Okay. Sammy, Bamboo Zool. That sounds like an Alistair name.
Probably. Oh, alert. Voice alert.
Uh-oh. Oh, the one that doesn't make a sound effect. Thank you. And of course it was you.
Well, yes, that's how I knew. That's how I knew it was there.
Thank you, Hunter, for spending your 1,000 viewpoints on Yo Whippersnappers. Guess that's appropriate given what we're doing here. Yeah, but a lot of these bigger builds in the area are really collaborative projects in some form or fashion, which is a big benefit of being on a server like this. Okay, let me put 2 minutes on the clock and we'll get you whippersnappers started. Hey, kids these days don't appreciate what went into getting this server started. You just come in and you grab your diamond armor from the trading hall and your shulker boxes, and no appreciation for the early game.
No regrets.
But the Panda Sanctuary is very nice. Thank you very much. I spend a lot of time on those. Um, and it's a combination of the pink and magenta wool and also pink and magenta stained glass and glass panes. So, but yeah, I thought they came out pretty well. I was very pleased with that when I finally got done. Took a while though.
Would you object to me stealing those designs?
No, not at all. I imagine I probably stole them from somewhere, or looked at them from somewhere, or so. Honestly, I mean, there's not a ton original happening in Minecraft when it comes to this kind of stuff.
This is very true.
There's very cool creative things going on, but there's so many people playing. So make our way back up the hill here to this is probably the most recent build in town, and this hides the moss farm that Mini
Is
Pax built.
I thought the dock was built after this.
No, the dock actually predated this because the dock was started before 117, and then this came in with 117.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize the dock was
So,
started before then. It was older than I thought.
Mini Pax can correct me if I'm wrong, since he was a primary builder on both of these. But yeah, this is just your the new meta for the moss farms. It's got the stone generator, and then it bone meals the moss, and then when it pushes it all in, it breaks the moss, and it all gets collected, and you get all the bits in the storage system down there. And that's 2 minutes. Thank you, Hunter, for
You're
spending
welcome.
1,000 viewpoints on your whippersnapper. Oh, and it's off and running. Which is kind of cool because you kind of see how it works. So everything drops down there into the center when it gets flushed off by the water. And then everything comes around here into the storage systems. Ha ha! Oh, that one's so loud. Thank you, Ab, for redeeming lock and load. Let me finish talking about this, and then I'll get that one started.
I'll turn it off. It's quite noisy.
So, yeah, and then all the switches down here in front of the storage allow for it to be composting things. So actually, right now, all of this stuff's being composted.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's fix that. We should have a couple of these not being composted.
Presumably, the bone meal supplies were low.
That could very well be. I'm not worrying about saving seeds, but yeah, it could be that the bone meal supplies were low. But yeah, so yeah, Mini Pax built this for us so that we had access to.
Okay.
Maintenance occurred. That would explain it.
Mini packs. Redstoner, engineer, and just general technical repair person.
Indeed, indeed. All right, let me get 2 minutes on the clock for lock and load. Thank you, Ab. All right then. Let's see what's next. The map house. This was also built by Cyberkill, I believe. And was originally an open-ended structure on both ends that was just designed to hold these maps. And these need to be updated again. Because we're missing a ship from the harbor, and I know Mini Pax wants to get rid of that. So this is This is a detailed map of the Infinity Cove town area, so you can see there's the path where we came in, the little scenic outlook over there, um, the houses that we went past, the town hall here, the stables, the panda sanctuary.
Oops.
So you can see it's quite a big area to cover. So I don't
Uh,
think we're close enough to
no, we're
update
not.
those. Are you gonna fly out and do that?
Yeah.
The island of Boo. That's true. That's true. But then over on this side, you've got a more expanded map that shows. Oh, this one needs to be updated too. It's going to take 4 maps to update that, and I fell off the viewing platform. But this shows, well, now the maps are missing. So this shows Infinity Cove Town, which is literally right here, and then all of the surrounding area and some of the people who built in the area around. Over here is Minipax's build area. Up north here is the jungle where Hunter lives. Live maintenance on stream. When those maps reappear, the blob will be gone.
I missed the step.
Oh, forgot to
Right,
hold them
how
all.
does this go back together?
And that's 2 minutes, so
There,
thank you, Ab, for redeeming lock and load. You're good so far. Yep. Oh yeah, and the newer ship out there. There you go. And
there.
ta-da!
Now, there's probably I could probably do to fly around the entire town with all of the maps. But
That's what I'm looking for, but actually I think this stuff's been updated because I can see the moss farm down here next to
yeah.
where we are now, so I think it's honestly pretty up to date beyond that.
So
Might
where's
need an update out here by Angel of Souls base, but
I didn't
other
even
than
realise there
that,
was a map on the back.
yeah, the map on the back is oh, look at that. All gone. Um
Oh, does it
so
update the back one when I update the? Oh, it must be it's duplicate map, isn't it?
yeah, there's all the little dots on there. There's detailed maps at different places around the cove, mostly in. It looks like Daisy probably has some in the Vale, and then there's 2 in the train station.
I
If I'm
can't tell
reading
if
that
these
correctly.
are out of date or just not detailed enough because I can't tell if the rail line's on there.
The rail line is on there. You can kind of see that white line.
That
Oh
is the
goodness.
rail line, okay. I'm used to having the parrots as a marker.
Yeah, it might need to be updated. I know it's been a while since I last flew around to try and get some of the outlying areas, but you can see the bad thing is even as scaled out as this is, you can see Minipax's statue.
Hold on, I need to get a closer look. Oh dear lord, yes you can.
The Zoglin isn't there? Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. It's not. So yeah, that's due for an update too. So all kinds of things that and that's part of the disadvantage of going out as far as we did for 118 is that this area kind of got abandoned a little bit. But there's still plenty of stuff to do here. I know for myself, I am planning to come back to my pre-118 build area and keep working on it. That's one of my stream goals for when I get 200 followers is we'll go tour around that.
Did you do the upstairs bit there? I
Oh,
don't know what it's called.
I
I
forgot
just
about the
do.
upstairs bit. So,
I've always thought of it as an auction house, even though you don't really auction anything.
yeah, we thought of it more as a realty, a realtors. So the mods kind of adopted this place and turned it into the Infinity Cove Heritage Society. And so what we started doing was taking snapshots, maps of places that bases that were no longer owned, and basically saying, "Hey, aren't these great to move into?" So like this one, which is Wizzy Digster's original house, which is just behind the Panda Sanctuary. You see, available for immediate move-in. I give the coordinates. And then this quaint little property is prime real estate, situated just outside of Infinity Cove Town. The house is move-in ready, move-in ready house with plentiful food supply. Built by Wizzy Digster in the early days of the server, this prime property is looking for a new owner, whether it be your primary base or just a home away from home in town. So I worked my way around doing that for some of the bases. Some of these, and actually I was just looking at this. Panqua's base, unfortunately, was a victim. She was far enough out that that was a victim of the 118 update. So this actually doesn't exist anymore. And neither does this. This was Mana Chaser and Scribe and Dagger's original base area. So I need to tuck those away somewhere, but finish this railing up all the way around so that as we ran across abandoned bases, we could post them up here for people who are interested to come and see if they needed just a quick move in, or at least could know of a place that where a base had been started that they can move into. So, oh, I forgot about this. The red shulker box over here I left. It's the Heritage Society document kit. So it's got the banners that you can place to click on the map so that it has a label, and the book and quill supplies and all that, and ways to lock the maps. So I forgot that I had done that. Oh. Oh, good. Thank you, Mythical. So, all right.
You've also had another voice alert redemption.
Oh, so I have. Yes, I did. Thank you, Kieran, for where did you say you're from? I got so busy listening to that and then talking, I forgot about it. So anyway, 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll see what kind of a British accent I come up with.
I'm still waiting for the day you do
So
mine.
over here, we've got the Infinity Cove Schoolhouse. This was another Kendo build. Kendo really put during their time on the server put in a lot of work around the Cove, just putting in some fun aesthetic builds. So here we have the Infinity Cove Primary School head teacher, Mr. J. Duggan. But really creative with the playground equipment. You can go up here and come down the slide. One of the, I believe one of the escaped pandas has been moved in here somewhere. But when you come inside, there's all the school desks. If you if you look around, I believe one of these was yeah. There's from previous tours, people have signed a few of these books.
Yeah, I think I know who signed these two.
Is there an Alistair Loves Lava again? I found that one in the back row. But Kendo went to the trouble of making all these map art, which the letters themselves are impressive, but honestly, this is probably the most impressive one. It is a legitimate periodic table done as map art. And just the detail on it, I can't even imagine how long that took. There's copies of them in here if anyone else wants them. Then back here is kind of an office area that was never really finished. So again, there's a few opportunities for people to come in and leave their mark even on existing builds. Grown-up studio. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it probably didn't influence it somewhat.
Whee!
But the detail on like the playground equipment and everything. There's the hopscotch track back here. But just
It's not very easy to hopscotch when all you can do is jump and
that's
glide.
true, but okay, there's 2 minutes. Thank you, Kiranon, for redeeming. Where did you say you're from? Then we had one of the escape pandas that we went ahead and moved in here, just as kind of a. And then we had a horse spawn in here apparently. Did I see hearts?
Apparently, I've tamed it.
Wow, that was quick. Of course, you don't have a saddle, so good luck.
I mean, well, you say that.
Do you have a saddle?
Of course I have a saddle. I always carry a saddle.
Okay, that's not necessarily an assumption that I'd make. Okay.
There is the small downside. Well, there's two things. One, I can't see you anymore because there's a horse in the way. Two, how do I get this to either of my bases?
That's a long haul. You'd have to take it through another.
Oh dear. I mean, even getting into the jungle through the overworld would be tough.
Yeah, so we'll come back up here because this is another one of the, gosh, probably one of the earliest surviving builds from the server. This is Anagram's wool farm. took advantage of the, at the time, new mechanics of being able to automatically shear sheep using shears and dispensers, and just set up the collection system that dropped down into these barrels. And then she built the barn to go over it. And as we started to see the storage of all the types of wool start to overwhelm the system, I came through and added a shulker box loader system underneath, to be able to take advantage of collecting all the wool for when people needed it, like Anagram for all her amazing sculptures around the server. So they all dump out over into here. And it's all color-coded
think it's
shulker
broken,
boxes. So.
isn't it?
Not anymore. I
Oh,
came
if you
through and
fixed it.
restocked it and everything, yeah. There was a
What was
couple of
the
colors where, like, concrete powder had gotten into the the colors
what?
somehow. And then there was a couple of places where the shears had run out, so.
Okay.
What are you? Wow, good jump.
Yeah, I'm trying to jump up onto the roof. I'm not very good at jumping though.
But anyway, with the wool farm right here, Kendo also came through and built this little shop behind it, which is a banner shop. And it basically has all the supplies and everything that you need to be able to make banners. Had some wool in there, but obviously you can grab the wool from right next door. But then all the assorted
This
dyes, most
feels
of the banner
appropriate.
patterns.
If
Yeah.
that head is who I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if
that
it
is
who I
that
think
is a
it
cosmic head. Yes. Oh wow, there's like a little cafe up here looking down over it.
Yep,
Oh, and the
good to know
chairs
my
look
tables
right.
and chairs is working.
Yeah, those are Joel's chairs. Thank you for the link, Hunter. But yeah, so this is just a place where you can come, and it's got all the supplies and everything you need to make banners, looms available, so makes it quick and easy if you need to do that. Do I remember Kendo's asteroid hit? No. That's a new one. I don't remember that at all. You will have to elaborate, Black Sheep. But actually, that makes this, honestly, a good place to stop. We are right at an hour, and I definitely want to give my voice a break on all this. Let me see where's an easy place to... Can't find it without a map, but I remember it. Okay, well, if we can figure out where it is, we can definitely go visit. I'm going to go duck into the trading hall, because that'll probably be the next logical place to stop.
And also the safest place because mobs can't get in there. I don't think.
That too. So all I have to worry about is the two of you.
I wouldn't mess with you. I resent that. I would never do such a thing.
You resemble that? What? Anyway, so it is a good point to stop and take a quick break. I'll take 5 minutes or so. Take an opportunity to grab a drink, grab a snack, get a break from the screen, and we will see everybody back here in just a few minutes.